Alright, welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. If you're joining us on Twitch, thank you. If you're joining us on YouTube at a later time, thank you again for taking time out of your day to join us and watch the video. We weren't really planning on doing this stream today. However, we were contacted a few days ago by people from OneMeb asking if we could do a stream. Now, I asked, well, what would be the talking points pretty much of the stream? It goes Phat and the blacklist. As details around that, just weren't given. It was just simply we want to talk about Phat and the blacklist, I guess. And as always, today's stream is unofficially sponsored in part by Coors Light. And now we will join our guest, Mr. African Bomber of OneMeb, who sent us an invite. Yo. What? Oh. No, I had to fucking go through an ad before I could share out the link to the stream.
Okay.
Alright, just make sure guys' audio is included.
Yep, I already did.
It's gonna sound like I'm talking to myself then. Rip. Alright, what exactly were you guys want to... Well, first of all, how are you guys doing?
Good.
I'm doing alright.
Yeah, we're doing fine over
A
here.
little too hyper for
In the
that.
corner of exhalation. Exhalation.
It's, I mean, it's, you know, it's, you never really have a bad day when you're the best squid, you know?
You still can't outdrink me if that's what you're trying to get.
Nope, you can outdrink me, congratulations.
Fuck. Okay, there we go. So I already asked, Half that what will be the talking points for the stream tonight. It was about Phat and the blacklist, correct?
Not necessarily Faticus, but 101A as a whole. And the blacklist, yeah.
When you want to go ahead and start, I'm going to take a sip of my beer.
Sure. If you want to start, Sergeant Major.
Hold on a second, I'm dealing with Bruce right now.
Okay, I'll start then. So we just wanted to talk about how the blacklist that was put on Meb. At the time, yes, I can see where it was needed to be pushed. Some of the things that we did to get blacklisted on the night that it happened was quite heinous, and some of the things personnel did inside of OneMeb was quite heinous on that night. However, we were not given the chance to correct the mistakes ourselves. We were already going to have disciplinary actions taken on everyone who had fucked up that night in OneMeb, and discharge papers were even written for the individuals who were troublesome, and they were shown to the community, and the community pushed it aside, and they didn't care. They took matters into their own hands and decided that a blacklist was necessary.
Now, what were the actions that brought on the blacklist?
There was a large group of competitive players on an esports team known as VES, and Sukhoi on Meb at the time, and he is in VES, and Sukhoi was in Meb for quite a while, and Sukhoi said, hey, I can get these guys to join the team, yada yada yada, they can come in here, go through the training, whatever, and be part of the team. So I said, sure, why not? So we get these guys through their recruit process, whatever. We had the comp guys inside of our team. They were good to go, an engagement took place on one Meb server versus 101A, and where we ended up beating 101A by, I believe that I could check the exact ticket amount, but I don't have it on me right now. But it was by about 200 tickets or something of that sort. Inside of the engagement, some of the competitive players, due to old habits, were bunny hopping and drop sodding, things of that sort. Which, keep in mind, these were being committed by 101A members as well. That was ignored. The only thing that was seen from that night was that one MEB members were bunny hopping. And one individual by the gamer tag of I Refuse Death, who was not in one MEB, he did join the server with one MEB tags on and killed someone with an AK. He was then removed, but the damage was done. Everyone in the community thought he was a one MEB member, even though he had continuously hopped from team to team, putting on different tags and doing heinous shit. That was that, though. Once again, it was just looked at as a way or an excuse to blacklist one MEB, and then they pushed for the blacklist.
And this was recent, because I'm not mistaken, weren't you guys unblacklisted before then this happened?
No, we have not been unblacklisted. I believe a vote was put in the community to take away blacklisting as a whole and just have suspensions for people from the community chat. But I guess a loophole they found, because some people were saying, well, aren't one MEB and one FR and teams like that, blacklisted teams allowed to come back into the community then? And they said, oh no, we'll make up another rule. So then that's when Faticus and the rest of the mods made up the rule that that the teams that were previously blacklisted, meaning one MEB and all the other teams, would continue to stay blacklisted, so that we couldn't get back in the community. But there was going to be no blacklistings from that point forward, which doesn't make sense, in my opinion.
And also, to add to that, they're bringing the blacklist from Battlefield 4 to Battlefield 5.
Yeah, on the night that we got blacklisted, myself and the command staff of one MEB had a discussion with Faticus, and Faticus told us, hey, you guys can always change the name of your team and come back into the community that way. And I was like, nah, we're not going to change the name of one MEB because we're blacklisted. And then he was like, well, when the next Battlefield comes around, you guys will be good to go. You guys will be good to come back in the community, this, and that. It'll be a whole new community, a whole new fresh start. And then 101A put up a vote to keep one MEB blacklisted just recently. So all that stuff he told us in that party was bullshit, essentially.
Necessarily, you guys can, to my knowledge, you could put up a request a vote to unblacklist. Oh fuck, I'm gone, man.
Right,
Well,
no,
okay,
I
so-
get what you're saying. We
so
can put up a
even-
vote to unblacklist ourselves, yes.
Yeah, but what's the point if all we have to do is change our name? So if we took the 1 out of one MEB and put a 2, boom, we're a new unit. We show proof of 5 or proof of 10, whatever, and then everything goes back to the same way.
Isn't there
what's
always
the point?
already two MEB?
It is.
He's
It's our,
just giving an example that we could change anything.
Ah,
We could just change the unit name completely, and it would be the same, and all the same people that would have different tags on, and we'd be back in the community. So what's the point? And I even said, hey, because the reason MEB got blacklisted, to be quite honest, is because people don't like me. They don't like me as a leader, whatever. That's fine. They don't have to like the way I do stuff. But I said, hey, why would you blacklist my team? You could blacklist me as an individual, and my team can still stay around. And they were like, no, we're gonna blacklist the whole team. So by not blacklisting me, we could all just make a new team, change the name, change the tags, and then there you go, we're back in the community.
Yeah.
Like, we're the 1st Marine Expeditionary Brigade. Well, what's to say we don't just say, oh, we're actually the 1st Marine Expeditionary Battalion now. Still run one MEB tags, everything's good to go, and we're back in the community, technically speaking, because that's a whole new team.
which again is retarded and hypocritical.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what took place. What took place was one unit tried to help us and quote unquote mentor us back into, I don't know, what would they say? A good team, a non-clan team, whatever. So
A Milsim team.
we said, yeah, So we said, fuck it, let's try this. And what we were told was after 90 days, we could get a vote put up to get us unblacklisted and to show that, we've turned everything around. Well, shortly after agreeing to do this, we found out that the team that was trying to help us was essentially bullied by Faticus to cease all contact, and if they did talk to us, that they would be raided by 101A until they were no longer a unit.
And bear in mind that this whole idea was set up by the 101st Airborne Division to help us get back in the community and prove ourselves.
Correct. I forget what the name of the team was. It might have been 9th Mu. Not 100%
No,
sure.
it was.
I don't know.
It was 5FR, and it was Ivan's team. And the deal was for 90 days we would go under 5FR, and this was set up by 101A Faticus and Ivan of Death of 5FR.
Well, hold on. I don't know if it was set up by him, but it was he blessed off on it, quote unquote.
Faticus was definitely a part of it. There's no denying that. He was a part of that. He was in parties. We were discussing it. He was part of the process to get us back in the community, because the whole thing was that we would go under them for 90 days. At the end of the 90 days, we'd be evaluated, and a vote would be put up to get us back into the community. Well, we were reaching the end of the 90 days, and we had a JTO set up with 5FR because they were playing another team, and as their detachment, we would have to go in and do it with them. So we fell into the server. We were all removed. We didn't get any contact with 5FR for about 2 weeks. Finally, I'm able to get in contact with someone from 5FR, and we were told by 5FR that 101A said that we are not allowed to talk to you guys. They said that Faticus said that if he saw us in a party together or anything, that 5FR would be raided by 101A, and we didn't want to risk the destruction of our team. Essentially, Faticus bullied them and said, "Hey, you can't talk to Loco or 1MEB, etc. Fuck the deal. Deal's off. Fuck 1MEB." Essentially, that's what happened.
So how's one person gonna go? We can you can request a vote and whatnot and shit. Then do a complete 180 though.
That's a good question. The whole point was to get 101A to vote for us and push for us to get unblacklisted, because as much influence as 101A has, it's essentially like whatever way 101A is going, most of the teams are going to go because 101A just has the most influence. So we were like, hey, let's do this detachment thing. I demoted myself to a second lieutenant. I made Hafrican the CEO of 1MEB. I was like, let's get this done. Let's do this. Let's get our team back in the community, and then 101A will vote for us. There's almost guaranteed that we'll get back in, and then Faticus pretty much just fucked with us for 70 days, and was just like, yeah, never mind. I don't want to do this anymore. I had my fun with MEB, and then canceled the whole thing by pretty much threatening and bullying 5-4.
That's pretty nuts.
Mm-hmm. You have any other questions on that part?
I had one. Fuck. I just had one too. So, what exactly is the plan as of right now?
I mean, it's the same plan. I mean, there's no plan really. I mean, we're gonna do what we've always done. Like what we've always done. Like we just one map simulates properly, whereas other teams like 101A fails. And we have officers, like legit 101A officers, who went to 101A, like we're in 101A's team as officers, and are now in 1MEB, and enlisted who are in 101A who are now in 1MEB. And these individuals, who are officers in 101A, they can attest that 101A, Milsim-wise, is completely unrealistic. And something that also came up the other day is all the comp players that that we got blacklisted for, because when we had the comp players on our team, it wasn't acceptable. They were like, comp players shouldn't be in Milsim, this and that, and that was one of the reasons we got pushed for our blacklist. Every single one of those comp players, and I can name them off, are inside of the 101st Airborne Division right now in a scrimmage with 101A against 42nd ID or 42nd MEU. In an engagement right now with 101A tags on, with Faticus, they are in that team. People that were said should not be able to do Milsim, and because they were in our Milsim team, we got blacklisted for, are now playing with 101A, the team that blacklisted us.
Oh,
And on top of that, Faticus is actively trying to keep one meb out of the community.
Yeah, like
And
he
we have
doesn't listen to
proof, I've
reason.
said.
He doesn't care. Yeah, we actually have proof of it. And Faticus goes out of his way to message like my lance corporals and things of that sort, my lower enlisted, and tell them that he won't let one meb back in the community. Here, Half, you can talk to Squid real quick. I'm gonna get those screenshots up.
All right.
You said 42nd Mew?
Yeah,
I
they're
believe so.
currently in a raid or a mock raid or something against 42nd MEU.
So yeah, so
But all
they-
those comp players are in 101A. I've seen them with 101A tags on, playing in 101A engagements, and everyone from 101A who's in MEB currently, which there are quite a few people, will tell you that those people are in that team.
Huh. Yeah, I'm looking at the 42nd Mew training war servers, like 13 people.
Oh, it probably ended then. No, they were just in there. It's funny from that
who
engagement.
are
I got
the-
a game clip of their CEO of Air, team shooting their AA. You know, that's Milsim at its finest, and also jet ramming another jet or an attack chopper. I forget. Milsim.
Who are the comp players?
We have Orion, farmed by Saints, Lynx, Sukhoi, Dominance. Those are 5 guys I can say off the top of my head right now. And there's a few others, but those were comp players who were in MEB when MEB got blacklisted because they were in our team. Those individuals are in 101A right now. Wasn't another thing we got blacklisted for? The
Seems
cancer
kind of-
site half.
I know that was one of the things that they put up.
Yeah, we got one of the things they put up for our blacklist was we utilized canted iron sights, and they said that canted iron sights aren't allowed. A week after we got blacklisted, canted iron sights were then made allowed again, and now every team utilizes the canted iron sights, and is allowed to utilize it after we got blacklisted because we were using it.
That's...
Oh, here we go.
Wait. So they allowed it after they put the vote.
We got
You guys use
blacklisted.
Canton
One of-
Ironside, you can't use that. Then after you guys were gone, they made a rule. It was like, okay, yeah, we can use Canton
Canted iron
Ironside.
sights are now allowed.
But-
Yes.
Oh, where the fuck? I was somewhere else. I was in someone's server. I forgot how long ago this was. This is recently. And I saw someone with Cannon iron sights, and I remember that person getting their ass chewed because of this, because having Canton iron sights. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's at the unit's discretion.
Right now it's at a unit's discretion, but when one MEB was using the canted iron sights, they completely outlawed it temporarily to use it as a point to blacklist us, and then said, okay, now it's at unit discretion again, anyone can use it.
So pretty much, Phat was trying just to add another point to blacklist you.
Exactly. And then here we go, right here. This is a message, and I quote, from Colonel Faticus to my Lance Corporal, right now. In the screenshot, it says Colonel.
Send it to me
It
first.
says
and
Colonel
I'll put it,
Donut.
I'll put it up
Because
on
he fucking
Twitter.
changes it all the time. Hold on, let me read it. He says, while my team is in all caps, is still around, I will make sure one MEB doesn't see the light of any community. Y'all can BF5 community grow, ... So he's admitting that he will do everything in his power to keep one MEB out of the community no matter what happens. If one MEB changes completely, if, one MEB, in their opinion, becomes Milsim, it doesn't matter. He will keep one MEB out at all costs. He doesn't care about the emulation.
The whole thing. Who asked him about the Army's birthday?
Chase.
Were you in that party when it happened?
No, we were just talking to Chase not too long ago, and he brought it up.
Oh,
I don't
and
know the fucking Army's birthday.
now Chase, yeah, but you don't simulate an Army team. It's different.
Re.
Now, Chase told us, okay? Chase told us that last night, 101A went into the party. Did you see on Twitter all that, like, that little drama took place where 101A said one
Yeah,
of
it
our
was pretty
refused to
much
fight them?
just one big pissing contest.
Right.
I mean,
101A,
I mean,
Faticus...
all you really need to do is just look up 101A server. He posted the password. You put it in.
101A...
Go in there, sit.
Hold on, listen real quick. 101A joined
E.
1FR's party last night. 101A command
Yeah.
staff did. Faticus and a few other guys. And
Uh-huh.
they told Chase, they said, hey, we want to raid you, open your server, or give us your server details. And Chase said, okay, let's discuss server settings. And then Faticus said, oh, 1FR's refusing to fight us? And he said, no, I'm willing to fight you. Let's discuss server settings. I'll set up the server right now. And then 101A...
Doesn't he already had the server set on his Milsim settings, though?
Yeah, but no, the way 1FR works is they discuss Milsim settings before engagements so that it's fair for both teams and they can both come to a conclusion on what the settings should be. So he was saying,
And
hey,
so no one can bitch after.
let's set up exactly, so no one can bitch afterwards. So he's like, what map do you want? I'm down to set this up. And 101A and all the guys from 101A in that party, they just kept saying, 1FR's refusing to fight us? What's this? Breaking news, 1FR's refusing to fight us? But Chase was in the party telling 101A that he was willing to fight. He wanted to discuss server settings, and they just kept pretty much trolling him and saying, oh, 101A's or 1FR's refusing to defend their server. And then they went to Twitter and then they posted that 1FR was refusing to defend their server, which is not the case.
Ah, fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. I should probably ease back on the alcohol intake on these things.
Here's another message from Colonel Donut, aka Faticus. He says,
I was about to ask you, who the fuck's Donut?
Yeah, that's he changes his line info all the time. So right now it's Colonel Donut.
It used to be Michael Corleone. I'm nearly gagged on that.
He
Don't do that.
He explained he was telling one of my guys how I poached Solid Viper and Masked Red Raider from 101A, and in response, my Lance Corporal said, "Didn't you poach all of those guys in the beginning to start with?" And he said, "No, Lucky was the XO of MEB, so they were all transfers, or they all got discharged by Lucky." That's what he said, and that's not true, because when Lucky left 1MEB, he was dishonorably discharged. Once he was dishonorably discharged from 1MEB, everyone was still in 1 MEB. They decided to leave and go AWOL with Lucky to 101A. So Solid Viper and Master Red Raider, who left 1MEB and went AWOL to go join 101A, were never members of 101A. They were just AWOL in 1 MEB. So when they decided, hey, 101A is not what it was made out to be, and this team is heinous, and they're doing all the same stuff that 1 MEB got blacklisted for, and they decided to come back to 1 MEB, Faticus said that it was poaching, when it in fact wasn't poaching, because they were never discharged from MEB to begin with. They came to 1MEB, they just came back from being AWOL. That's all that happened. Everyone who's in 101A, who used to be in MEB, is AWOL, except for Lucky. Therefore, they cannot be poached from 101A, because they belong in 1MEB. I have to take a phone call, Half.
Fucking hell. Huh?
Just take a phone call, so Africans,
Oh God.
Sure.
Fucking Brooklyn over here is fucking jerking off in Queens. Wait, aren't you from Brooklyn? Yeah, Brooklyn half.
No, I'm from Rhode Island.
Rip. So,
Although I currently live in New York, I am not inherently a New Yorker.
have you lived there for more than 5 years?
Yeah, well, I was up here from Fort Drum, and I now still live here.
The army made you a New Yorker?
Essentially.
Um,
They call Fort Drum the Army's
I don't-
best kept secret.
no, it's not. I've seen it on AFN all the time.
I know. It was funny. I know 2 people that were on AFN because of dumb shit that they did.
Oh, shit. Quick shout out to that fucking lieutenant in Virginia who took a tank, well, not really a tank, but armored troop carrier, and led police on a chase. That
Yeah,
guy's forever a legend.
Alright, I'm
That
back
dude
on
is
comms.
fucking a retard.
He was high on something. I think he was on like shrooms or
They
some
said
shit.
like bath salts or
Spice.
yeah, spice. I remember when I was going through basic.
What are we
training,
talking about?
The fucking
That
officer
lieutenant
that
in
took
Virginia
the,
that
that took the
armored
fucking
personnel
tank
carrier.
thing. Yeah, took it for a spin.
It's like, what was it, M557 or some shit?
I
I
have
forgot the fucking
no
numbers.
clue.
Oh, they called, like, I was reading Task and Purpose, and they called it a Vietnam War era vehicle.
Sure.
Because pretty much it's just a box with fucking tank treads.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick before I forget, we
Yeah.
also have proof that 101st Airborne Division made fun of one of their enlisted's mothers. Took pictures of this dude's mom and made memes about her.
101A, members of 101A, or Phat.
No, members of
Or
118. Here, I'll read it off to you right now. He said, Faticus said to my Lance Corporal, he's now a Lance Corporal in 1 Med, by the way. He didn't like the fact that his mom was being made fun of.
Send it to me as well so I could take a look at it.
Here, Half, I'm going to send the whole album to you. And then you can,
Yeah, that's fine.
how do I send an album?
I don't know.
You might have to upload it to the chat between me and you.
How do I even do that?
I don't know, or you can just.
Here, I'll just
invite me to-
screenshot all these pictures.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, essentially what happened was Faticus, or the people in 101A, and Faticus admits to this in the chat. Fat says to Thing, I never did anything to you. Thing responded with, you didn't, but others did. And then... That's all I remember, actually. I have to go read the message, and I'm trying to screenshot shit. My phone is fucked, so I can't. Like, it takes forever. You guys can talk about something else while I'm doing this.
Sure.
Being lazy.
I was gonna go run and grab another beer real quick.
Oh, yeah, go for
Getting
it.
the pick set up. So I'll be right back.
Sure.
Ooh, and then we gotta talk about Gavin Gorilla.
For what, the
Forgot.
panda thing?
Mm-hmm. Faticus tried to pin the panda thing on us. Okay. That's your boy. To anyone that's watching, feel free to enlist into 1Med. We are recruiting. If you want to be part of the most prestigious, realistic team on Xbox Live, now's the chance. Fuck me, dude. It's taking. I have to
What?
swipe across my phone screen like 50 times before I can get one little screenshot. It's such a pain in the.
Did
Fuck!
you get an Android?
No, thanks for that half. shouldn't have gotten an Android, but I have one, so. Make sure you read through these screenshots before you send them to Squid, because some of them are kind of just nothing. They're kind of cringy.
Okay. Did you send them to me already?
I am right now.
Alright.
But
Do.
So okay, so
Yep.
yeah, we have the thing about Thing's mom. Oh no, I didn't really say the whole everything that happened. Okay, so right here. Fuck me. Where did it go?
No.
Okay, he said Thing said I have nothing against you. I still consider you as a friend. And then Faticus said, you don't hurt them by being poached. Y'all make me look dumb. My Lance Corporal made a Colonel look dumb. Yeah, I did make you look dumb saying that. Then he says, I'm sorry for leaving without papers. Thing actually did have his papers before he joined MEB. We made sure that was done because Thing was not actually in 1 MEB at any point, so he wasn't AWOL. He was actually in 101A. And Thing said, but I had to leave. And then Phat said, you could have left and went so many other places. I could have literally put you in any place you wanted outside of 101A. And Thing responded with, 1 MEB appreciates me. No other Milsim would. Yes, we are a family here at MEB. Once again, anyone watching, feel free to enlist today into the family. Faticus says, you know this how? Did you join every Milsim? And then Thing said, the way everyone treats me. Faticus said, you think by going to them is going to help that? And he said, at least the team actually acts as a family. True, we appreciate our men. Thing said, I don't care about the rep they have. And then Faticus says, by trolling and bullying others, by stealing others' members. We don't steal members, by the way. And if I remember correctly, Faticus is the one who took 80% of my team without and didn't put them through any recruit process or ask for their discharge and poached every single one of them. So if anyone's stealing members, it is the 101st Airborne Division. And then Thing said they didn't troll anyone or bully yet from what I've seen. Faticus said, are you serious? Panda's wife. And what Faticus means right there about Panda's wife is, if you remember correctly, long time ago, Gavin Gorilla, he was running a team called 1st Tank Battalion, and he made a bunch of memes about this dude named Panda's wife. And then the community declared a war on Gavin Gorilla, and then 1 MEB assisted on Gavin Gorilla's side because we had contracts and defensive packs, things of that sort, with Gavin Gorilla in the 1st Tank Battalion. Therefore, we were entitled to defend them. And then, so first off, Panda's wife is not on us. That's on Gavin. And guess what team Gavin Gorilla's in? He's in the 101st Airborne Division as a first sergeant.
He's first sergeant in 101A.
He's a first sergeant in 101A. So he said, he said, so one MEB doesn't bully people, and then he says one of his own guys' names that bully people. Gavin Gorilla is in 101A right now. And when he made the memes, he was in a team by himself, and he is now in 101A. So he just exposed his own guy, essentially, trying to expose us, which I just find hilarious. Carrying on from that, Thing says, I don't know that case. And he said, yeah, there's a lot y'all do not know or fail to see. Thing says, same goes for you. Why are they blacklisted? Faticus says, poaching. Faticus, once again, poached 80% of my team. Bullying. People in 101A made memes about this dude's mom. They deadass took pictures of this dude's mom and made memes about it. And trolling. Yeah, and Gavin. And trolling. And Faticus literally went into one of ours party yesterday and trolled them by saying, open up your server. And then when Chase said he would open up the server, they said, oh, one of ours refusing to fight. And then tried to make it seem like they were refusing to fight on Twitter. And then he says simulation. 101A has a 1-day boot camp. 1 MEB has an 8-week recruit process. And all the comp players who joined 101A did not go through a recruit process. And all the people who are in 1 MEB right now from 101A, I will ask them and they will tell you that they have never went through a recruit process for 101A. So he said poaching, bullying, trolling, and simulation, all of these things we either do not do, like the poaching, bullying, and trolling, and in the simulation aspect, we do it better in every sense. So that argument, all 4 of those arguments are invalid. and he said they make personal memes about your mom, and then and then Thing said they simulate properly from what I've seen in our engagements, and then Faticus said y'all like 5M are blind. Think that's why y'all hated each other so much because the teams were so alike. And then he said I was confused about what you said. I was confused about what you said. Memes about my mom. Faticus said yeah, one meb, and he said my mom. And then he said, no, your actual mom. Hypothetically speaking, you think they wouldn't use it against you if they didn't like you? He's saying that hypothetically, we would make fun of this dude's mom, but they literally did it. They really, like, he could say that we will do stuff, hypothetically, we could do stuff. We could do all kinds of bad shit, but he actually did it. He's actually the guy with the team. He's actually, 101A is actually the team with a guy in who made fun of some dude's wife and made memes about it. And 101A is the team that took pictures of a dude's mom and made memes about it. Hypothetically, yes, you can say hypothetically anything could happen. Hypothetically, we could do anything. Hypothetically, 101A could do anything. But 101A actually does these things. That's the point I'm trying to get at. Is he's saying, well, hypothetically, one meb could do this and one meb could do that. Yeah, hypothetically, we could do anything. But in reality, you're actually doing these heinous you're doing this heinous shit, not us. So there you are.
I have a fucking mic on mute for a sec. Yeah. Shit. Damn. Did the party go mute?
No,
No, we're still here.
I'm reading through some more clips just to see if anything else is worth reading off.
You're getting a little heated there. I can sense that shit.
He does get a little worked up sometimes.
Well, it's hard to not get heated when what's happening is so hypocritical and so kind of fucked up when you really look into it that it's crazy that it's even it's even able to happen. Like the fact that 101A can do everything that we did plus more, plus having these people who have made memes about people's wives, and they have people who make memes about how other people's moms, and how 101A officers leave 101A and come to MEB and literally say that one MEB is better in every aspect of the way. But the community ignores it, and they ignore all the heinous shit that 101A does because of their sole hatred for me. They don't care about the team as a whole. They think, oh, well, Faticus is cool, and 101A gives us protection, and this, and that. And, you know, we're just going to turn a blind eye to everything that 1MEB is doing, or to everything that 101A is doing, because 101A is our friends. It's hypocritical. And I wouldn't, honestly, I wouldn't even give a fuck. But it's just, the thing that gets me worked up is the fact that we got blacklisted over shit that 101A is now doing, plus more, is insane. Like, how are they still in the community? By their own logic, they should be blacklisted.
Yeah. I mean,
And I think some of that is coming to light for certain aspects, because there's multiple stuff on Twitter about 101A losing people here and there, and other things, and like certain chats Faticus is brought up, and how much people have a disdain for him. So I think in Faticus'
I think I know you're talking about. I know one of the chats you're talking about.
Oh,
but we must follow the rules of that chat.
Yep, I didn't say nothing. But yeah, I think Faticus is gonna get a taste of his own medicine sooner or later. Now going back to
I think it's more bound to happen. It's kind of like, I guess you could say, a domino effect, to put it in perspective.
It is. It's whoever has been at the top of the community has always fallen. Whether it was one of our at first, then
Well,
Crow
I
took
actually
over.
remember that because I mean, one of our people rose up because pretty much they were tired of Chase's BS at the time.
No, and I get it. Like, I was just in a chat with him earlier. Like, I understand how people don't like him. But again, like, just because you don't like someone, like, you're gonna make up shit, or I shouldn't say that. I said,
it
don't
was
make up shit. Just,
what was it? He invited. It wasn't him. It was Legend invited me I'll say last weekend, to a party back when 1FR and 1ID were going at it because 1ID wanted to use 1FR as their own thing.
as a detachment, which attachments and detachments are all fucking bullshit anyway. But whatever.
And I got into the party, and I would bet $50 that these guys did a line of coke because I have never heard them this hyper.
Well, no,
Like,
because
I even
again,
told them, I asked them, I was like, did you guys just like do a line of cocaine right there in your fucking desk? Because I never heard you guys this hyper.
I mean, they're
Here's
just
how
doing it
we're
for
worked
the
up
walls.
and
That's
shit.
it. They're simply trolling 1FR. And again, like, everyone wants to be the person to talk shit and to be the one making fun of everyone else. But you can't.
I mean, just because it's on the internet doesn't mean someone can't reach out and touch someone.
No, and that's 100% correct. But what I'm getting at is, like, you can't, like, no one in this entire community, not a single fucking person can ever say that they are more professional than someone else. It's just simply not true. Or, like, no one can ever say that they're professional in Milsim. I don't care who you are. You know, and I know that whether or not it's two people in your unit in a private chat or in a private party or something, like, you talk shit about other people and other units. That in and of
Real
itself
quick,
is
Salty,
unprofessional.
am I good to pull one of my sergeants into the party?
Is it Thing?
No.
No. Wait a minute, I thought Thing was with you guys.
No,
He
the thing
but
is
he's
with
not.
us. I'm saying one of my sergeants.
Oh.
Was it careless?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm bringing in Kraz.
Okay.
Seeing
Anyway,
as he has some,
like-
seeing as
Oh, I know,
how
he's
he
in
has
the
experience with-
stream chat.
seeing
Yeah.
how he has experience with 101A and 1MEB.
But
Hey, Sergeant.
again, like, no one can say that they're any more professional than anyone else. And it's really stupid when people use that as an excuse, or as, like, they're throwing shade at someone saying that that team is unprofessional.
Oh, Faticus,
irks me
while I've been playing
every
games
time.
with other friends, Faticus has come into the party. Like, for example, I was playing Smite with two of my buddies that I know in real life. And he joined the party, and we were just sitting there playing Smite, having fun. Like, I wasn't even acknowledging Faticus. Like, it was fine that he was there. I didn't give a fuck. Like, I just wanted him to leave so I could play my game with my buddies. And in the party, he said, "Loco, you're fatter than me." And then he tried to argue with me that he was fatter than me. Then he proceeded to invite guys in 101A, send them a picture of what I look like, and then and then he sent his guys a picture of what Faticus looked like and said, "Hey guys, who do you think would win in a fight?" And I said, "Faticus, I'm 16 years old, you're like 30. And he was like, "That doesn't matter." And he just sat in there and harassed me until he got bored, and then he left. And he's done that multiple times. He just comes in parties and tries to talk shit to me. But
Maybe he's on the grass.
he calls us unprofessional, right? Don't even get me started on how he fucking smokes during engagements. That's fucking
It's
insane.
fine. Like, I don't care.
Oh,
Like,
we all know that he does that shit, man.
Yeah.
It's no fucking secret. I mean,
It's fucking insane.
I learned from Texas. He's the one that, like, flat out told me, "Oh yes, I sell fucking weed."
Sergeant, make sure your audio's included.
Faticus.
But, like, no
Why'd
one.
you just talk like
I did,
this
sir.
audio? Cause
No one should ever fucking say, or, like, everyone is unprofessional in Milsim. There's not a single person who, like, has never talked shit about another person or another unit. And it's so funny when certain people will say something about another unit, and then we can just simply go back just in Twitter and see the stuff that has been said before. And because it was a month ago or 2 months ago, that those same people will say like, "Oh, we're different now." Like, bitch, no the fuck you're not. I don't even care like if you're in the real military. Like
People
no
talk shit
one in
to
the
each other. It
military.
happens.
Yeah, like that shit is fucking a daily occurrence. There's very little to no professionalism in the military when it comes to just like day-to-day shit. If it's like, if you're out and about in the middle of just, for instance, Watertown, which is right outside of Fort Drum, like, yeah, you're supposed to be professional. You're supposed to be, super courteous and everything, but people are fucking people. Just because, you put on a uniform doesn't mean you're any less of a shitbag than, prior to you putting on that uniform. Like, that uniforms don't change you.
Okay, so real quick, Kraz, who is in the party right now.
I just now looked at quick thing. I just looked in the
Fuck
chat,
me.
and when you guys were removed from the War Turtle chat, like I was just looking at the pictures that I sent you, and those names of the comp players that you posted that you told me,
Uh-huh.
they're actually in the chat, because this was back in January.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't
Like,
lying.
back,
Like,
yeah.
What, those
we
players are
weren't
in there
lying.
with 101A
Yeah,
and their line
yeah.
names?
Well, no, like the pictures that Phat sent at the time was like fucking Orion used a shotgun,
Oh, yeah.
Sukhoi,
Yeah.
MP7,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
refuse death in 249.
Those
We
people
have
are
no
inside of the
reason-
101st Airborne Division right now.
We have no reason to lie. Like, we don't expect that we're going to be in the community anytime soon. It would be nice, but, like, we're still getting almost just as many engagements as we were when we were in the community as we are blacklisted.
In one
It
map,
hasn't changed much.
One map is like
Yeah.
one map. We're still doing our shit. Like, recruits have been fucking fantastic lately. Due to we have some of the best recruiters in the community and some of the most hardworking fucking stackers that ever known. Kraz, Sergeant, you were in 101A at one point, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what rank were you in 101A?
It was a sergeant when I left.
It was a sergeant when you left and came back to 1MEB. Because you were in 1MEB
Yes, sir.
originally as a Lance Corporal. Okay, now, let's put 1MEB and 101A side to side, because you've been in both teams and experienced both teams. On a scale, just tell us, one MEB compared to 101A, how would you describe it? Just
So-
simulation-wise, everything.
Why I left one MEB was because I did not know what to expect, all the rumors, and I didn't know what to do. And I was new to Milsim, actually. I was new to Milsim for a month. I just got into Milsim for 1 month. I didn't know what to do. Everyone's leaving, so I left with Lucky there. Went to 101A, and then I saw when I became the squad leader and I had passed Accelerant, he already got squad lead position. I think he already had a sergeant when he came in too. And I think I was at private first class, and I passed them all up because I was doing my trainings, I was doing everything. And when we were doing engagements, they were goofing around. I didn't understand because when we were trying to check MOSs, they were not being still. I saw one guy on a bulldozer, and they killed me, drove me over, and the guys in the tanks were flipping their freaking things all over the barrels. No one was being realistic at all, really. Not just a single point, so that's why I left.
And that compared to the experience in 1MEB, how much better is the experience in 1MEB, would you say?
One map, I will get things done. If someone's doing something, I will get them down. Everyone's going to be really, really realistic in one map, and they are now. Everyone's going to be mature and responsible. That's it.
And is it true that that everyone who went from 1MEB to 101A was poached from 1MEB, and none of you received discharge except for the lieutenant colonel? That is true, correct?
That is true.
Okay, therefore, when the accusations that we poached Kraz and poached Solid and poached Les and all this and that is not true. They were poached, first off. They never received discharge, therefore they were AWOL. Kraz was AWOL, and then he decided to return back because he realized how heinous it was inside of 101A. And, he realized that, he left a team farly superior to 101A when it comes to simulation, which Milsim is about. And he came back to 1MEB because of that. They were AWOL. Therefore, they cannot be poached. You cannot be poached if you're already in the team. You cannot be poached by the team you're in. That's like Fatic poaching himself into 101A. Like, it's not possible. And is it also true, Sergeant, that when you initially got poached from 1MEB to go to 101A, that did anyone go through the recruit process from 1MEB into 101A?
No, sir.
You were
The
just
only
let
thing we
in,
got
right?
was a briefing. That's it.
Just a briefing,
got
and then they
told,
just gave
yep,
you a
that is
rifle and 3 on the field.
Mhm.
Realistic. Everyone in 101A who has come to MEB, who wasn't previously in MEB, has gone through some kind of recruit process. Not in 101A though. When all my men were poached from 1MEB, and they had to go to 101A because that's where they were poached, they didn't go through a recruit process. They don't hold the standards that 1MEB holds. Doesn't make any sense why we should be blacklisted and they should be able to run free when they're, committing these heinous acts. And this is a witness. Kraz was in 101st Airborne Division. And he's been in 1MEB. And he just told you everything about how heinous 101A is compared to MEB, but we're blacklisted if they're not. It's just insane. It shows how Ekis just has the public opinion on his side. And he goes, well, I can't beat 1MEB in combat, can't beat 1FR in combat, can't beat 5MR in combat. Since I have the public opinion, we'll just do this thing called blacklisting. And that's where the joke comes from. If you can't beat them, blacklist them. And that's what 101A does. When they can't beat someone, they blacklist them.
Colonel, can I speak for 1 second?
Sure.
The only person that was respectful and did the Milsim thing correctly was American Snafu. He was a great guy. And generally, he was a great guy.
Snafu.
He's a great guy.
Wait a minute, what? I think he's Army. I'm not sure. Is he half?
I have no clue who he is.
I know I heard that name in the pit before.
American
Loco,
Snafu
send me those
is part
screenshots.
of 101A right now. That is the only guy that was
Yeah, damn it, I'm getting restless.
good.
I know. Like what I want to hear from other teams specifically are like why they hate Loco so much. And I don't want to hear like, oh, he's a meme or he's retarded or whatever. Like I want to know what he has done to get all of this hate. Granted, I put up with a lot of bullshit from him, but I want what he's done. I'm curious. Because I'm pretty sure I know everything, but I just don't get how all these people can hate one person so much to blacklist them from the community.
Alright. I gotta count some votes here in a bit.
Sure.
Fuck.
How many people are watching the stream?
Says
Probably
none.
none. Oh, there you go.
Nice. None. Shut up. That was like when the fucking staff sergeant said he only expected 5 guys to get on. Fucking 24 people deep later. Motivating.
I see. I'm just not looking at the chat. Lucky trying to talk that Madden bullshit. Fucking Mr. Roids.
He's always on Madden, and I guarantee you he's always playing as the Patriots.
Yes, he was. I still maintain to this day that Patriots suck dick and Tom Brady makes out with his son.
How many? All right, I don't know if I would go
What's your
attack someone
team?
else's family, but
Yeah, there's
how
actual
many-
video. Like, this dude was telling us that in-depth fucking video details.
Oh yeah, Tom Brady kisses his
hold on a
kids.
sec.
It's disgusting.
and
That was just a peck, head ass. Son comes over and starts making out with him.
What was
Might
that?
as well be Faticus on that table.
I know, they're like, dude I know was talking about some in-depth shit about like how there's a video out there that Tom Brady made And I was showing him, like, kissing his son and shit. Like, full on fucking lip on lip contact bullshit.
So you're saying if you didn't have, or if you had a kid, you wouldn't kiss your son or your daughter?
Not like Tom Brady shit.
See, again, I just think y'all are hating because he's the GOAT.
I ain't hating. I mean, hell, all it takes is one more
Have it
hit
just saying
because
that
he
he's
got
in
hit
love
pretty
with
hard during the Super
Tom
Bowl.
Brady, and he'd probably kiss him too.
Of course, a New Yorker would be fucking in love with Tom Brady.
I'm not. I don't know why you think I'm a New Yorker. I've literally been in New York for
Be quiet, New
since
York.
since 2011.
Congratulations, you passed your 6-year, or not 6, but 7-year mark. You're a New Yorker now.
That's not how that works.
Alright, that's pretty much. I guess that's all to talk about.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Uh,
Let me double check. Let me make sure there's not any more shit we have on 101A that they do, but we're blacklisted.
I mean, just send me send me the stuff you got and
I sent it all to.
post it because
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that there's people gonna be waiting for this stuff to be released.
Yep, I'm sending it to you right now. I just had to.
Oh,
screenshot
we
it
have.
all.
I have here in my notes that it says using racial slurs, niggies, on a live stream with Eminem.
I think I remember that.
African. That's what you put.
Yep. That was one of the other things we were talking about.
So he said.
God damn it,
he said-
Half.
He said niggies
You're
and
not
used
even-
a racial
I
slur.
told
Doesn't that
you,
offend you,
motherfucker.
African?
You could
I
have made
really
an
don't- I
album,
really
you
don't.
ass.
I know half.
No, there
I
you
know
go.
German. German was emotionally scarred by that use of language.
German.
A German formula in 1MIB. He's been in 1MIB since the start, and no one seems to know him. He's a captain. He's been the CEO of Air forever.
I don't believe he's a captain anymore. I think he is a major.
Oh, he's a major now. Yeah. Congratulations on the promotion.
I don't. No, fuck. When was that? I know you're talking about. When the fuck was this? I have to look back at the episodes that they were on. Or that.
Well, it'd probably be a
Phat
fairly
was
recent
on.
one.
African, I'm gonna
But,
let you wrap this up.
Well, the most recent one was the one where he was talking about like the shit between him and 2SFOD and shit.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. But I kind of, just going back real quick, like when we were talking about how Faticus is actively trying to stop us from joining the community. When he was doing it, he was using, what's his name? Sparrow. There we go. I've asked him to like send me line messages or whatever he had, so that way we had proof of Faticus trying to actively stop us from joining the community again. But he would be the one to get in contact with for anyone that is trying to, I don't know, do whatever, or you can at least ask him for proof. But he was the one that told us about what Faticus was doing.
Yeah. I'll end
But
the
anyway,
stream.
yeah, you have all this. You have all the screenshots now. Get it out
Yeah,
there.
all in the non-damn album. Damn it.
It's only 15. It's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal.
Alright. If anything, I'm gonna. Once I get the vote count done, I'm gonna take a look at it.
All right.